All right, how's it going, folks? Thanks for stopping by. It's a lovely Saturday night. Just got up from a nap. I've been waiting for this to start. Really wanted to record as soon as the gallery went up, but we're talking about Wonderful Hobby Life for You 40, otherwise known as Wonhobby. Now, this is part of Wonder Festival. It's a massive event full of anime figure announcements, and we're going to cover as much as possible. In 2 videos, we typically break this up on this channel because it's just way too much to cover. But what we're doing specifically today is talking about Good Smile Company and all their partners announcements, which is, provided to us with this lovely gallery. And it seems like we're going to be starting off with Blue Archive, a scale figure. Starting off the gallery, we have Sakura, the pop idol version. Not really super familiar with this character as somebody who kind of just absorbs information from Blue Archive through osmosis, just other people talking about it. But she looks pretty. I really like her leggings, just like the striped pattern on it. Wouldn't call that a pinstripe. I don't know what you would call that, but just some kind of dark, striped pattern. Looks very pretty, looks very well done, very realistically shaded. Seems like the right arrow key will not move us forward. So I gotta press this individually, which is kind of annoying. Oh shit, we have a Neru figure. I love that expression. I hope we get to see this one in person because this photo is not the biggest, but it's so dynamic. Obviously, they're lifting her up in the back there, but when she's literally leaping off the ground, I think that's totally fine. I suppose this is supposed to be like a school building, like that's the window down there. Looks pretty cool. The chain just circling her and just the, movement of her body, the positioning of her legs and arms, it feels very alive to me. This one's probably the coolest figure we've seen of Neru so far. And yeah, I can't get over this expression. It's so good, very fitting for her. Now here is Max Factory's Any, the swimsuit version. Not every day you're gonna see a character dressed up in a bikini as well as a puffy winter jacket, complete with the scarf and the snow boots. But I do think this is part of her character, something about how she can't handle heat very well. I don't know, something like that. You guys fill me in. But I do love the colors. They're so vibrant. There's 3 different shades of pink as well, which is really appreciated when, you're not really dealing with too much of a varied palette. Looks great. I think it's awesome. Next up, we have, we have Kayako, the dress version. Very pretty. I think I talked about this one pretty recently. Not this one, but her character in the dress outfit from the Memorial Lobby version, because the other one from Solar Rain just went up for pre-order, where she was on that staircase. This one's probably going to cost a little bit less because, obviously it's much more straightforward, but I like the focus on the dress here, and how long her legs look, and I don't know, her expression's really enamoring to me. I find her sculpts to be more, alluring and just appealing, but obviously it's not doing anything as interesting. We have Yuka, the pajama version, very cute. I think that's a kitty cat pattern. I have lights blowing out my monitor a little bit, or my vision, so forgive me if I missed some details. But yeah, this one's adorable. Not the most exciting figure, but a nice one of Yuka regardless. We have another painted scale figure. This is Mary, the Idol Memorial Lobby version from Good Smile Art Shanghai. It's pretty. I guess I don't really have too much to say about this one, but I do like the darker palette for the dress, contrasting the orange of her hair. And she does look pretty precious on stage holding the microphone. Has a somewhat delicate looking grip. I do love this hat that's off to the side on her head. Very cute. God damn. Yeah, so this is Eris from Good Smile Company, wielding her massive cannon, whatever that weapon is supposed to be. It's bigger than her, which I think is pretty charming. Unfortunately, not painted yet, but it's okay. We could still appreciate this one. Her hair is actually supporting this figure. I don't think the weapon itself reaches the floor. It doesn't look like it. Maybe stopping by her thigh from the look of it. Here we have a figure of Noah from Good Smile Company. Very straightforward, looking lovely, but not painted yet. We also have a figure of Karin, the school uniform version. Oh shit, this is Karin. I don't know why I didn't immediately notice that, but I guess the gun might have been a giveaway. Yeah, who's making this? Max Factory? Okay, I feel like this one's not really, I don't know, it's not really doing too much for me. It's very simplistic feeling. Especially when we have the maid dress version that also had the gun, but she was wielding it in a, I don't know, more striking way. Here she's just kind of chilling, which I guess is fine if you really like Karin. We got Nagisa, the swimsuit version, just the announcement from Good Smile Art Shanghai, but her design's great, so I'm sure that one will turn out well. We got Seiya, another swimsuit version from Good Smile Art Shanghai. Honestly, this one's not very surprising to see. I feel like she was very popular whenever she got this swimsuit version. I feel like I never saw her before that. And like the song that you associate with this swimsuit, I don't know if it's her theme or anything, but that song kicks ass. I use it in some of my videos. Anyway, let's keep going. We got Alba, the Memorial Lobby version from Wave this time. How many Blue Archive figures has this been so far? Can't really tell exactly what they're doing with this one, but, you know, Wave's alright. Let's see what they cook in the future. We have Chise, a swimsuit version from Wave, hopefully including all of this art. She's got the Oni horn, so I'm already liking her design. We have Michiru from Wing, also from Blue Archive. They're just getting all the figures, apparently, at this event. But she's cute. She has like a raccoon tail or something. That's interesting. Next up, Tsukuyo from Blue Archive by Wing. Okay, I'm gonna keep going until they give me a prototype. Izuna swimsuit version, also made by Wing. I know she's pretty popular as well, so not surprised either. Kirara, who I think is one of the newer characters, maybe? I feel like she doesn't have a ton of figures yet, and I want to see more of them. This one is made by Max Factory. Just the announcement, though, this is kind of crazy. It's just all Blue Archive so far. Okay, Seiya, this is like her original outfit, I believe. This is obviously a Nendoroid. I don't remember if they showed this at Nendoroid Funds, that like video that went up on Thursday, but it's cute. I like her big sleeves. You know, you can't see her hands because of her outfit. She's got a cute little birdie with her. Next up is Rio. Oh, she looks cool. Also a Nendoroid, fully painted, looking pretty good. Her eyes are staring into my soul. They're so, like, sharp, and the eyelashes are so long. Nozomi, as well as Hikari from Blue Archive. I think these were announced the other day. They're cute. I don't know a lot about them. I feel like I'm the wrong guy to be making this video at this point, because everything is Blue Archive. We have Sayori getting a Figma. Her design rocks. She's hot. I don't know what else to tell you. The scale figure from Wonderful Works look like a 10 out of 10. Not surprised to see her get a Figma. I feel like a character design like this lends itself pretty well. The sculpting looks good so far, but I'm just curious what the accessories are going to be when it comes to stuff like this. Same for Koharu. I know this character has a lot of like fun expressions. I think her Nendoroid includes some of them. So I'm assuming this will as well. But yeah, honestly, I'm kind of feeling like a little fatigued. I hope we see another series at some point in this gallery. Not trying to hate. Not trying to hate. Seiya getting a Figma as well. She's kind of winning right now. That's 3 figures for her so far. But you know what? Good for her. She cute. There's that bird again. This is the original design. Let's keep going. We have Kayako getting a Figma. Kind of the same deal as all the others. Just want to see what they come with. But you know I like her because I just mentioned that. We have Nayuta from Nikke. That's a crazy design. Honestly, is she even wearing anything? I don't know. Could be spectacular depending on how Max Factory, you know, approaches this one. I mean, if it's even just this artwork, it would probably be pretty impressive looking, right? There's like crystallization in her hair or something, or maybe that's coming off of her body. I can't tell. But there's also the galaxy in her body, which is going to look insanely nice if Max Factory paints that correctly. I mean, this is just the announcement, but I'm already like very intrigued about it, you know? It just looks like it has a ton of potential. We have the Doro Soft Vinyl Coin Bank Shifty. I think this is the second one they made. I mean, it's Doro. It's a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. It's cute. It's great. We got Scarlet getting a Nendoroid from Good Smile Art Shanghai. Does she not look a little weird? I don't know, the proportions. Maybe it's because like her hat is so tall, but she looks elongated compared to a lot of other Nendos. But it looks great otherwise. I like the colors of this Nendo. I think the shading on her hair is pretty decent. I think the gold is maybe carrying it a little bit, especially like because there's so much white. The hat looks like it might be glossy, which I would really like if that was the approach they were taking. Anyway, next up we have Noir getting a Nendo. Even in this format, looking pretty thick. That's kind of impressive, actually. I'm assuming Blanc is also getting a Nendo. Yes, she is. I'm kind of surprised they actually sculpted her chest on this Nendo. Usually they only do that if the character is known for being like very voluptuous or whatever. But I don't know, usually you don't see it for like, I guess body types like this, unless I'm not looking at Nendos enough these days, but I don't know, it just stood out to me for some reason. Oh shit, we're in the Musume section. So, Tamamo Cross from Good Smile Company. It's so funny how this character looks completely different in Cinderella Grey than she does in the game. To the point where I like, kind of don't like this. I think she is just so improved in Cinderella Grey in terms of character design, to the point where this looks off to me. And I know that's not how it is, like this is just how she looks in the game. But it just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird at this point. Her face does look kind of scrunched though. I don't know if that's the sculpt, I don't know if that's like one-to-one with the model in the game. I feel like she is pretty cute in the game, but this does look slightly different. I know I don't play it or anything, but I feel like they might need to, I don't know, touch up the face a little bit. Let me know if I'm wrong though. It might just be the Cinderella Grey bias getting in the way. Here is Eston Machan, the Valentine version from Good Smile Company. Very cute. Love the posing. Honestly, the outfit is definitely the best part. That like cute bear or mouse or whatever it's supposed to be, and just like all these little accessories. That looks like Dango down there. But unless it's painted or if I had the like the art this is based on, I wouldn't really be able to tell. Oh my god, look at this name, it's so long. Matikane Fuku Kitaru. Maybe. I mean, that's kind of how you'd say it, but probably not like flowing in the right way. This is from Wing. It is just a 3D render of the figure. She's gonna be pondering her orb, and I'm curious how this will look, but it doesn't even have a prototype yet. So let's move on. Neo Universe, a pop-up parade. Have we seen other pop-up parades yet? I'm already forgetting. She looks sleepy. I like that. Oh, we're already done with Musume? That's kinda whack. I was hoping to see a little bit more. I'll never get my TM Appada O figure, I guess, you know, gotta keep waiting. Either way, we're moving on to Azur Lane. Max Factory has a Guam stage setting charmer figure. It's like a magician bunny girl figure in one, and she's singing on stage. It's fully painted, ton of gloss on this one. Very like wrinkly by the waist, which just kind of, you know, among other things, pulls you in. Hair is very long. I like how it's curling in the back. It's shaded very well too. I wish I could see her face a little bit. It kind of reminds me of like Polka from Hololive. I imagine the eyes are very sparkly, but you know, I can only see so much. Her hips are absolutely like enchanting though. I mean, the crease lines right here, very hard to look away. Next up, let's see, who do we got? We have Bishmark, the unpacked surprise version from Good Smile Art Shanghai. So a winter-themed figure with a very snug, cozy sweater. Otherwise, not really wearing that much else. Her hair is like all over the base too, which is pretty cool. Now here's the important question. Do you think you'll be able to like flick these little orbs on the strings? Like they look like snowballs or something, but I hope they're interactable. I hope they're not just like sculpted plastic. That would be fun. Let's move on though. Let's see who else we got. It is Ulrich von Houten, the Lee Bestronk version. I probably said that wrong. I apologize. She looks absolutely beautiful, just, you know, the announcement of it. Certainly looks like a wedding style figure, just, you know, with very dark colors to fit her character a bit more. We have Cowpens, the Milky Ministrations version from Good Smile Art Shanghai. I think this is also a fairly new character to the franchise. I mean, I totally see the appeal of this one. I also really like the inclusion of the clear chair, so you just don't miss a beat when it comes to her body sculpt, but it's also pushing into her chest, like pretty aggressively, like she's leaning against it, which just is gonna make the sculpt more interesting. That bikini is very tiny, and in combination with this corset, it's kind of hard to like respectfully look at this one, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. Next up, we have Azur Lane's Alsace, Tipsy Oni on a Sacred Night version. The art is pretty interesting on this one. You have to imagine she will be lying down in some regard for the sculpts. Whether or not she comes with like this forest setting, who knows? The fact that she is Oni themed though and does have the sake makes me like this one because of Shoots Doji, you know how it go. Anyway, we have Anchorage, the 8th anniversary version, made by Solar Rain, carrying her milk to bed, wearing just an oversized shirt. That is a ton of cleavage, and it seems like she's not even wearing panties, so I don't know how they can get away with this unless this is actually a plus 18 figure. Probably going to modify it a little bit. Either her hair is going to like censor it somewhat, or they'll just sculpt panties because they kind of have to do something. Oh, what the? Okay, Hatsune Miku, Hangong Chiu Yue version. I'm sorry, these Chinese names are pretty hard to pronounce, at least for me. Hatsune Miku, beautiful figure, dropping out of nowhere. This one's like lit by the moonlight sky. Like, I really like these cool colors. They're like encompassing the entire figure. And the way they're shading her hair, genuinely beautiful. Like, I love the paint. Almost turning into like a yellowish, maybe, like on this one tip. I can't tell, maybe it's just the lighting. But yeah, all over it, the gradients are very, very soft and appealing. Her dress is very pretty. I like the way they're painting it too, like the light blues and the white combination. Very dark for the dress itself. There's like a water rippling down here as well. I wonder if this is going to light up. I bet it will, but who knows? Yeah, not really like a Miku face you typically see from Good Smile Company, but it does feel like they're experimenting a little bit more with her. This is another one that I would really like to see some better photos of, but in this video, we're not gonna be able to do that. But if I'm editing it, I can put in some new photos if they're available by the time this goes up. Yeah, looks gorgeous, looks very, very pretty. I even like the sculpting of her fingers. They look very delicate as she's strumming the strings of the instrument. Next up, we have Anna, the swimsuit version, also made by Good Smile Company. She's like so excited for the beach that she's not even like undressed yet. She's got the jacket, she's got the socks. How often do you see like socks on bikini figures? But she looks great. It's got the energy of Anna. I really like how fluffy her hair looks as it's bouncing in the wind a little bit. It's great. It's simple, but it's great. That's the bikini design that she definitely wore in the anime as well. Oh shit, we have the Saitom holo figure from Spice and Wolf. This one being notable to me because of the artist designing this one, Saitom. Now, I gotta admit, the unpainted prototype looked like a goddess statue or something. It kind of looked like it was made of actual marble. Very impressive. And honestly, they could have sold it as is like that. But this painted prototype, pretty damn good. Her body looks incredible. It has like this realistic touch to it instead of just trying to make it look as sexy as possible because everybody likes sexy anime characters, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making enough sense. But outside of that, the shading looks exceptional, especially on the tail. I guess her towel doesn't look incredible to me compared to everything else. That's like the one piece of clothing on this figure, but it certainly does enough. I think it's supposed to look like a little translucent. I don't know if it's supposed to be wet or just so thin. I don't actually know what angle they're going for with this, but I think this is at least like a 9 out of 10 so far. And the only reason it wouldn't be a 10 is because I can't see the whole thing from a 360 angle. Oh, look at that. We also have the Toridomino versions of Akane as well as Rika from Gridman Universe, another artist that I really like. I wasn't a big fan of the prototypes of these two. Something about them just looked a little off. I mean, obviously they weren't going to look exactly like the characters. A different artist was designing them. But looking at these painted prototypes now, I think they're nice. They're not really like that exciting. Certainly, Toridomino made sure to highlight the charm points of the characters, like kind of what they're known for, right? And I like that they're paired up. I like that they look so friendly on this this sculpting, but I don't know, the standout's really the sneakers, and they do be looking fresh, but is that really enough for me to get excited about? Probably not. But, you know, I know they're gonna be good figures. Good Smile Company is making them. I guess if anything, these are gonna speak to like the die-hard fans of this franchise, which is cool. We got two figures of Takina and Chisato, the key visual versions from Good Smile Company. I think these poses are like taken straight from the poster for this franchise, and they look good. It is kind of surprising that they would make these after the previous ones though. I feel like those were a little bit more exciting to look at, but I also feel like these look of a higher quality, like the shading looks nicer. I think Chisato looks very pretty here. In fact, I think this expression is better than the other one. And certainly both of them are very in character. I mean, they better be considering they're based off the poster. So if the poster was getting that wrong, we'd have a pretty big issue. But yeah, as long as these don't cost too much, these look great. Also, shout outs to these bases. They're so simplistic, but the colors look excellent, you know? As far as like acrylic reds and blues, very eye-catching. Next up, we have Asuka from Good Smile Art Shanghai, obviously Ray as well. Now that I'm looking at these sculpts, I do remember the prototypes. I remember Asuka really standing out to me, at least in comparison to Ray's figure. Something about the pose she's striking here. It feels very like retro to me. I guess they both do, but I just like the dynamism this one manages to capture. The bases, despite just being rocks, look great. I love the deep red they went with, and the texturing looks on point. And obviously their plug suits very glossy. There's like a nice contrast between the mattes and the gloss. You know, as far as like very traditional, like old school feeling figures of these two, I think they turned out pretty nice. All right, my bad, sorry to break the flow here, but I gotta redo these next two figures from Bang Dream, which we really don't get that many Bang Dream scale figures, so pretty neat announcements. We have Tomori Takamatsu as well as Onon Chihaya, the zero gravity versions, and both of them are set up in very similar manners, propped on these discs with the image of a very pretty blue sky. I can't tell if it's supposed to be nighttime because it seems a little bit darker than you would imagine, like, you know, the middle of the day, but maybe it's reflective. It's kind of hard to see from these two photos. But besides that, they're certainly wearing very fashionable outfits. I really like these sleeves that kind of look like the fishnets. I don't think they actually are. I think that's just a pattern or like a decal or something. But regardless of execution, they look very trendy. Also, shout outs to the paint apps, like specifically how they're painting their clothing. It just looks extremely good. The shading is so nice. And look at Tomori's hair. This is just impeccable. I don't know why they didn't do the same at all for Chihaya, but like, this is just spectacular. The way they're painting this and the gradients, it's just kind of peak. Like, I don't know what else to say. Next up, oh shit, Shinobu. The Shinobu Monogatari cover version. If you're a fan of this series, I feel like this should look very familiar. In fact, they made prize figures of this back in the day. And that looked pretty good, but I mean, they're doing a lot with this sculpt. You get the lake, you get a little waterfall, you get the mannequins. What's really interesting about this though, is that it actually looks like it's floating off the ground. I don't know if the water itself is lifting it up. I imagine there's something behind that is also supporting the figure. It's like a video game, look behind the waterfall. There's a secret that you gotta uncover. The only thing that's kind of funny about this right now is that because the water is like not translucent, she looks very short, like at a first glance. Obviously, she's sunken in a little bit, and that will not be an issue, most likely, on the final figure. But right now, she looks even shorter than she typically does. Which, who cares? This isn't done yet. No need to judge it like that. But yeah, that looks really cool. Kind of surprising. You know, we got those, like remaster project figures, or like the announcements of them, and they made one of Senjo Gahara. You think they'd make more from Monogatari, but we haven't seen any of that yet. It's been like, I don't know, 8 months or something. Anyway, oh my, what the fuck is okay, this looks insane. Kurisu Makise, luminous reflection of a masterpiece. Are they actually going to one-up the Reading Steiner version? I'm like almost salty, because I don't want to buy another one, but like, wow. Holy crap, I need to see this at a higher resolution too. Also, would it kill them to give us like better lighting? I know they're trying to make this look even cooler and it's working, but like, it's so hard to see the bottom of the base. You can see like the keyboard down there. There's a monitor over there. Tons of gears. The one circling her is very cool. There's a satellite above her head. Like all of these like pillars with like the translucent orange. Maybe it lights up. This is kind of incredible. Yeah, that might be the best figure I've seen today. Genuinely just blown away. And it's such a low-res photo too. Cannot wait to see more of that. We have Marin Kitagawa, the Halloween version from Good Smile Art Shanghai. Thinking about it, how did this only happen now? Like Marin getting a Halloween-themed figure. Considering she gets so many, it makes sense to base one of them around the holiday. It's pretty cute. It doesn't feel like super inspired, but it also does feel like something she would probably wear, right? I guess I'm not like fully convinced on this expression. It feels like her, but you know, it's really hard to get like that exact Marin look down. It also looks like she has pointy ears. I hope that is the case, because that'll make it cuter. Props for the very tiny base, as well as the leg warmers. I just like that. Definitely feels like a thing Marin would wear as well. Next up, we have Yuriko, the tackle version, from this show, which I have not seen. It looks kind of fun. I don't know anything about it, though. Wave is making a scale figure of her. Yeah, I just wasn't really expecting the show to get scale figures like this, so that's pretty neat. Next up, Fran got her painted prototype from Square Enix. This one's actually saying Square Enix, which kind of scares me. Noctis actually recently came out, and he did turn out pretty good, but they definitely messed up his eyes a little bit. Same with his mouth. I feel like his mouth looked a little weird as well. I mean, the prototype looks amazing. It looks better than most things Square Enix makes, but I don't know, you know? I don't know anything about this game. I have not played Final Fantasy XII. I hear it's great, but also I hear people don't like it at the same time. I think it was just like divisive back then, and I think people have warmed up to it since. Doesn't matter though for this video. Fran is cool as shit. Great choice from them. I hope when I press next, we get another figure from Final Fantasy. And it's Titus. Okay, that one makes sense. Titus is very popular. Or is it Titus? I like saying Titus, but, you know, you could debate me in the comments about that. He, looks kind of funny. Like, his face doesn't look right. And he does kind of have a funny face in the game, but, I don't know, it doesn't really, like, immediately look like him to me. I think the outfit sculpting looks great. His sword is going to look amazing as well, if they do it correctly. But, yeah, I don't know. It looks like a cosplay. You know, it doesn't look like the dude. But as far as characters they could have chosen for this figure line, I think it makes sense. This one is a pretty nice announcement. Oh, shit, Yuna got one too. She looks pretty. I think they did a much better job with her. But maybe it's because she's painted, so let's not hate on Titus just yet. I know a friend who's probably going to buy this. He has, like, I think a massive, like, third-party resin of her as well. I think a lot of people are actually going to buy this. I mean, it's Final Fantasy X. This is a beloved game. And honestly, I hope for Square Enix's sake, they don't mess this up like they kind of did with Noctis, because they're going to make a lot of people upset if they do. But yeah, she looks phenomenal. Her face is very pretty. There's like a nice pattern work on the sleeves, very subtle gradients. The shading on the dress, ooh, it's so good. And I think the only thing that could possibly ruin this is if this costs like 30,000 yen. But I do think these were like slightly bigger or like a weird scaling. Weren't they like a 1/6.5 scale or something? I don't remember because I didn't buy either of the Final Fantasy figures that went up, but they weren't like 7ths or like 6th. It was weird. Anyway, now it seems like we're getting back into the Nendoroids. We really haven't seen that many. Maybe they're all towards the back of this gallery. But we have Suichi from Danganronpa V3, a game that everybody hates. I liked it. I didn't hate this game. I thought it was good. Not my favorite in the series, but, you know, I respect it. I would say Suichi's not really my favorite character in the franchise, though. Kaide getting a Nendo, that makes sense. You know, she looks cute. Forgive me if I'm not, like, super excited about any of these, because we did see these, like, a few days ago. I just didn't make a video for it because I knew they would show up, like, here today. I thought this was a really cool announcement, though. We have Machina from Milky Subway, the Galactic Limited Express, which I haven't seen this series. I keep seeing it pop up, though. I saw it in Japan, too. It had, like, a pop-up store. I think one of my friends bought some stuff for it. But the character designs are great. This girl, as well as the next one, Chiharu, who I guess is actually painted. I think I like the other girl a little bit more without knowing anything about them, but I do plan to watch this at some point. They're very, like, unique character designs, though. We got Ishmael from Limbus Company, unpainted prototype, another franchise I don't know anything about. I think this one's a game, though. I think a lot of people love this, and wouldn't be surprised if we start getting way more Limbus Company figures in, like, the next year. From Bang Dream, we have Taki Sheena, looking all pretty. Turbo Granny from Dandadan, of course, was gonna get a Nendo. Has a lot of potential as far as faceplates go. Not really sure what the accessories would be, but the golden ball is there, so at least she's got something. Next up was Servant Basic from Danganronpa. Another episode, Ultra Despair Girls, the one game in the franchise I just don't want to go near. But, you know, Whatever. I assume this is supposed to be Nagito. Looks literally just like him. So, I don't know. Fill me in. Spoil me on that game. I don't care. We have Fallen, the Chimera version. Very cute. A little funny looking, actually. I think this would be more exciting if the Kadokawa Gochi Sosama version didn't exist, because this would be like the next best thing. I'm sure it'll be very cute, though. The Dungeon Meshi Nendos are all pretty good, and they actually just got re-released. What the Okay, the Capra Demon. Cut myself off there, I'm sorry. The Capra Demon from Dark Souls, with those two son of a bitch dogs that just make you want to cry the first time you play this, at least back in the day. Yeah, they re-released the Dungeon Meshi Nendos. Those were all very expensive. This looks so stupid. I love it. His head is so fucking big. I live for these silly, unexpected announcements. I kind of feel like I have to buy this. I kind of don't want to buy it, but I'm probably going to. It's just, like, why? You know what? Where was the demand for this? But, you know, it's an iconic moment. People get filtered by him all the time. I don't think that one was shown off the other day, so that was genuinely a nice surprise for me. We have Maki, the Execution version Basic, which, you know, these basic labels mean they're not going to come with anything, which, I don't know, kind of disappointing, right? So what does Maki need in terms of accessories when it comes to the Execution version, right? I would just want like other faceplates, but as far as accessories, the sword should be enough. We have Asuka, the Jersey version. That's a great idea for a Nendo. I think that was announced last time, so not a surprise. We have Lue, the Legend of Hei 2. I don't know this guy, but good for him. This wire is probably going to be so annoying to set up and like very flimsy and easy to damage. Be careful if you buy that. We have Tomie from Junji Ito's Maniac, which this looks awesome. I wonder how this works though. I guess like the bangs have this extra head attached to it. That makes the most sense to me. Otherwise, how would this possibly work? Maybe there's like an extra plug to make sure it doesn't fall or something. We got Zhao from Genshin Impact. I think this guy took 4 years to finally get painted, which, you know what? Not surprised for Genshin Impact. The way they handle these figures will never make sense to me. Feels like they missed the boat. I think a lot of people are still very excited about this though. We have Jin Si as well as Chongli from Wuthering Waves, which I gotta say is a franchise that doesn't really get much love as far as figures go, I think. Certainly not a lot of Nendoroids at the very least, so you know what? Good for Wuthering Waves. Not so great for Genshin Impact fans, but hey, you got at least one, right? Let's keep going though. Next up is Nana. Wow, okay, she looks really cute. I love that outfit. Nana's something I still need to read or watch. I don't know, which one should I do? This one's made by Good Smile Arts Shanghai. Her face is just adorable, and I think the shading on her hair is actually pretty decent. You know, most of these Nendos don't have great shading, but the hair actually does look pretty nice. Next up, we have Firefly from Honkai Star Rail. Just the announcement, unfortunately, but I think this character is pretty popular, so another one that's likely getting a lot of people excited, as well as Cyrene, or maybe that's not how you say it, Q-Rene. Q-Rene, maybe? Either way, very pretty design. Feel like that lends itself more to scale figures, but if she's popular, a Nendoroid just makes sense. Next up, we have Light from Zenless Zone Zero, or Lighter, but just the silhouette. So I don't know what you want me to say about that. Oh, that's actually fucking adorable. We have Feline, the Rathalos armor version. Just the model from the game, but I mean, imagine it's gonna look like this. Maybe a little chunkier to fit the Nendoroid format more, but honestly, they should just do this like a lot with different armor sets. There was another like animal Nendoroid announced, which if it's in this gallery, I'll continue that thought. I don't know if it is though, I'm assuming. Okay, that's not exactly what I meant, but honestly, I think I like this more. The layered armor cat version, that's just funny. Honestly, I don't actually know like anything about this. I'm not actually the biggest Monster Hunter guy. I know, feels like something I should like, but I just never really got into any of the games, and I've tried, but this shit's funny. It gets the pass, honestly. That's just something people should buy. Rathalos is getting a Nendo. That makes a lot of sense too. It's gonna look very cute. A very, very cute Rathalos is a super good idea. Oh, we're just going all in on Monster Hunter. Okay, wonder if there's even more after this, but we have Ian Cuckoo. Sorry if I said that wrong. I don't know how to pronounce its name, but awesome. Super cool. From Hitman Reborn, we have Hibari, the 10 years later version, as well as Rokudo. That's pretty cool, you know? I used to love Reborn. Have I ever talked about that? I did fall off of it towards the end. Didn't like the anime very much, but the manga was sick. I just kind of... I don't know, I didn't really care at the end, but I did love most of it. I hope that doesn't upset people. Is this making a comeback? Is this getting like a remake anime or something? They're doing a lot with it. We have Hinako getting a Nendoroid from Silent Hill F. Silent Hill gets a lot of merch. Like, you might be surprised, but Konami kind of wants to milk its popularity. I don't really blame them. Konami is making a bit of a redemption arc comeback kind of thing. They're doing pretty good lately in terms of their like sales and actual good games coming out. But anyway, we got Fox Mask. I still need to play Silent Hill F, so I don't know anything about that guy. Rei Ayanami, the long hair version, is painted and ready to go. I guess we don't have anything like this yet in terms of a Nendo. So, better late than never. Next up, we have Minkuru from the Tokyo Metropolitan Bureau of Transportation. I don't remember seeing this guy. He cute, though. I like him. What do you do with this design, though? What expressions does it make? I'm pretty curious. Next up from Urban Myth Dissolution Center is Azumi. Forgive me for not knowing anything about that game or series, but we have Frieren, the Apprentice era version. I actually think this one is already up for pre-order. I know she comes with a couple of accessories, a flower, the staff, maybe a scroll or something. Cannot remember what her faceplates are because I didn't look too deep into it. We got 2 figures of Hatsune Miku, the Deku Miku Lightness and Darkness versions, which is super cool to me. We love Deco 27 here. Always look forward to any of their songs they put out. Here is the Kaito Cantarella version, as well as Miku Cantarella version, which is probably an even bigger surprise. This is a bit of a throwback, right? This Miku looks so different from like all the other Mikus. And honestly, it's just nice to get another Kaito. Not really a character that gets too much love these days, so I would say this is a pretty great announcement all around. Next up, we have Haruhi. So yeah, they put up a bunch of 2.0s for like the old guard, the old anime fans, myself included. I'm assuming they're all in this gallery, but maybe not back to back, so let me not, you know, spoil it or anything. But yeah, new Haruhi. This was long overdue. Again, I don't remember like everything that she comes with. She's already up for pre-order. I know she has a ponytail, which that shit cute. And who doesn't like Haruhi? You should if you don't. But let's keep going. Next up, if this loads, come on. Why is it not working? We have Vash, the Stargaze version. Did we ever get like the original Vash as a Nendoroid? I don't remember. I wasn't really like into Trigun until very recently. So I just have not paid enough attention to all of his figures. Here is Reze, the casual outfit version. Makes a lot of sense to me. Super popular character, easy fits to make into a figure. And considering she already has another Nendoroid on the market, maybe it's not out yet, but it already has been up for pre-order. You could do a lot of like swapping of the pieces and just make like your ultimate Reze Nendoroid. Next up, we have the Angel Devil from Chainsaw Man. That's pretty cool. I like that they gave him a Nendo. I can't imagine like what he's gonna come with, maybe like food, but yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, a simple figure of him, as long as it's like, you know, nicely done, not gonna complain about that. We got Takashi Natsume, Shiki version, basic, unfortunately, but I do think he has other Nendos at the very least. I like this blindfold over the cat, very cute. We have Jinshi from the Apothecary Diaries armor version, which I guess implies there's another version of him on the market. I will continue to watch this one day. I've seen just a little bit, and it was very good. I just have not had the time because it is very long. This I thought was awesome. The fact that they went with Final Fantasy 1 for Nendoroid's first is just wild to me. They could have made so much money just doing Cloud, or Tifa, or even someone like Terra from Final Fantasy VI. But they went with the hero from the first game, the Warrior of Light. And I gotta say, mad respect for that, because this won't be as popular as all the other, like, more, I don't know, mainstream characters from the more popular games in the franchise. But I hope they just make all of them. I hope they make like a character from every game. That would be very cool. But yeah, the design here is so retro. I love it. It's so colorful. But we also got the Chocobo from Final Fantasy. This one makes a ton of sense. I'm surprised we didn't even get a Moogle on top of this, maybe in the future, but it looks absolutely adorable. This is the version of the Chocobo I like the most. It looks ripped straight from some of the games too. Like if you've ever played any of the like the mystery dungeon games, there's one on the PS1, there was one on the Switch. I don't know if it like got a physical over here, but I did buy that and I played it for quite a bit. And in that game, you can like transform or like put on different outfits. And I feel like that would be such a good idea for the Chocobo if they want to continue this and just make variants. That would print money like they've never seen before. I promise you, just try that once and it will sell well. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Next up, we have Yustola from Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully I said that right. I know she is extremely popular, so great choice on that one. Why do they gotta be giving these characters such weird names though? Graha, Tia, as well as Estinian, maybe? But yeah, good for the Final Fantasy XIV fans, holy crap. We have Albedo Armor version, just the announcement. I feel like this video might be going on a while, so let me speed this up a little bit if it's just an announcement. We got Ochi from Pikmin 4. I wish it was Moss. Moss is better. But at the very least, we're getting other Pikmin that weren't included with the Bulborb. The Ice Pikmin, the White, and the Purple, which is great. I honestly hope they make more stuff for Pikmin. Fits the Nendo line very well. Though, I only say that because they're making such drastic changes. These basically aren't even Nendos at this point, but who cares, because they look very good. Next up is Lane, the Bear Pajamas version, which is adorable. I'm sure a lot of people are going to buy this one. Most likely not going to have any accessories, but this is the second Nendo for her, so hopefully have the other one, which also didn't really come with that much, to be fair. We also had Shauna 2.0. Unfortunately, just the announcement, but again, the old guard is winning right now. This was the best one, in my opinion, Konata from Lucky Star. I can't remember what the original number for her like first Nendo was way back in the day, but certainly needed a bit of a refresh. If there's one thing though that I wish was a little different on this Nendo, I just wish her skin was like a little bit more tan. I feel like she's way too pale. Maybe she is this pale in other interpretations of her other like media, but in the anime, she definitely has a slightly darker skin complexion. So I don't know. I wish they did, you know, change that. But this one is also up for pre-order. It has very cute faceplates. I'll put my favorite on screen right now. I think the accessories were pretty good as well. But yeah, I'm sure so many people are going to buy that too. As well as Luis is getting her 2.0. This one is also up for pre-order. Feels somewhat good to be Unk for once, you know what I mean? Anyway, we have Doma from Demon Slayer getting a Nendo. Fuck that guy from the movie. We have Estelle getting a Nendo. That's awesome. This is the first chapter version, so the very first appearance of the character, I think. It is the design of her that I do prefer. Kotobukiya made that scale, which is great, but I do like this outfit more, so I'm glad. I guess just because the first game got its remake, this is more relevant right now, that they went with this one, because that would actually maybe make me pick this up. But I better get to playing that game because I'm so behind on the figures. Either way, we have Hosho Kumarin getting a Nendoroid. Is this the only HoloLive thing we've seen today? Am I forgetting something? It's been a long recording so far, but you know what? Brilliant. If this is the only one, it's perfect. Next up, from Bang Dream, we have Oblivionness. Hopefully I said that right. Fully painted, made by Good Smile Art Shanghai. Nice to see some more Bang Dream figures. Futaba is getting the Phantom Thief version Nendoroid. Gotta say, I do prefer her normal outfit more than this, so not super exciting for me. Maybe it is for you, though. Here is the Hatsune Miku Miku with You 2025 version. I love this little panda fella. And the top hats are definitely cute on both of them. Honestly, the whole, like, I don't know, stage performance theming here is a pretty good idea. I don't think the entire outfit really speaks to me, but it definitely has like a flashiness that I think some people would adore. Next up is Yukuri figures of Marissa and Reimu. Once again, it does feel like they're just appealing to the boomer anime fans out there, and I do appreciate that. You know what? I like these. In fact, I might even buy them. And I guess I'll just spoil something really quickly. I found this at an arcade in Japan. It's like literally the same thing. The light is making this look terrible, but yeah, like I don't know. I didn't know we were gonna get more of this. And then I saw this in a crane game, so I'm like, I'll win that. And it did, and it was very cheap. But anyway, let's move on. We don't have to talk about that right now. We have more figures to go through. We have Kaito, the guilty version. This is a Nendoroid doll, which I do not collect. We're also getting a Sakura Miku Nendoroid large, so this will be pretty big. I feel like her face looks very cute here, but also like slightly different than how she typically looks with the Sakura Miku Nendos. Maybe I just haven't like seen them recently, but I like it. Also, I think it's a fun idea to just make big Nendos. This isn't the first time they've ever done it, and it's certainly not going to be the last. So, Sakura from Cardcaptor Sakura is getting Nendoroid surprise figures, and they're actually giving her completely different outfits besides the two on the left and the right. These are obviously school uniform figures. I think her hair might be a little different, but yeah, brilliant. Actually, brilliant idea. I really wish you could find these in a store. Not like specifically this set, but just like Nendoroid Surprise, right? Because it's a blind box thing. I feel like you don't get that here, you know what I mean? This is like more for, I don't know, specific stores or Japan. Otherwise, you buy the box set, which will guarantee you everything, of course. Unfortunately, I don't remember the names of these outfits, so I guess my like discussion stops here. But if they were only going to do one character in this set, I think they handled it very well. Let's see what is next. We have pop-up parades, which we have barely seen today, of Chocolat as well as Vanilla, the winter clothes versions. Pretty nice. Admittedly, a little flat looking on the dresses. Maybe like the leggings look a little bit nicer. They're cute outfits though. I ain't gonna hate. I think Vanilla's hair looks pretty nice for a pop-up parade. Chocola's looks pretty basic, but not bad by any means. Next up, we have Nagisa, actually. That's such a good idea. Honestly, does deserve a scale figure. It's been ages, but if no one's gonna do it, a large size pop-up parade, honestly, super good. She looks very cute too. I think the shading on her hair actually looks nice. Even the outfit has like a little bit of white airbrushing down here. Unless that's just the lighting. It could be, but yeah, I mean, I do have a soft spot for Clannad, especially after Story broke my heart back in the day. Honestly, more key figures would be pretty cool. Here is a large size pop-up parade of Haruhi, who is looking all right. I don't know. I feel like her face doesn't really look right. Her eyes are so big, and they normally are, but I think they're too big. Or maybe the spacing is off a little bit. I don't know. I'm not like in love with this. Also, her outfit, it is basic. Like, it's not the most flashy school uniform, but it's really not like doing much for me. It looks very flat. We have pop-up parades of Takina and Chisato, the after party versions, large size once again. I think these look okay. I mean, they don't always have to wear the color you would typically associate them with, but Chisato does wear a red dress in the anime and looks fantastic while wearing it. So just seeing like the white dress here, I don't know, it looks a little off. I also don't really like that she's wearing two different colored heels. That just looks weird to me. Maybe if again they were like a prettier color, I would like it. Not really working for me very well. We have Alya getting a large size pop-up parade. This one looks pretty nice. I feel like I haven't seen like a brilliant figure of this character yet, but as far as like a school uniform figure goes, this one actually looks pretty promising. I like her face. I like the shape of her mouth too. It's like a slight 3, you know what I mean? And the blush is nice. The eyes are like, you know, pretty accurate looking. I like it. That one's pretty good. Okay, now we're talking. These look phenomenal. Maybe it's just the character designs, but these two, favorite pop-up parades so far. From the Galactic Limited Express, we got Chiharu as well as Makina. These are SP pop-up parades, which don't really mean anything anymore outside of just costing more money, because the designs are like slightly more complex, regardless of like the size these are going to end up as. It seems like you will get a fancy base if you get both of them, unless you can't buy them individually, but I would guess you could. You got an alien girl, you got a robot girl. I guess they're friends. I'll watch this eventually. The designs definitely carry these two, but they're so unique looking that I don't need them to be like super dynamic. I think their outfits and just like the fact that they're, you know, an alien and a robot do enough to make these exciting for someone like me. It's refreshing, these character designs. Anyway, oh, we're getting beach queens. These are large size actually, of panty and stocking, I would imagine. Yeah, here we go. Just wearing their bikinis that you're probably familiar with. It's pretty funny how they handled their feet. It's just stumps. There's squares for their nails, and that is it. No detail whatsoever. But, you know, the rest of the sculpts are more than fine. I do like how both of them look, the expressions that they went with, the drinks make for nice accessories, and I guess I do like that they are bigger than the previous two. Here is a large size Beach Queen of Aqua. Looks a little rough. I don't really like the hair or the bikini, and honestly the face doesn't look that great either. Kind of a shame, because that should have looked a little nicer. Here is Hatsune Miku, the Cinnamoroll collaboration version. The hair makes this one. I know Cinnamoroll is here, always looks cute, but Miku's hair, man, especially like the extra detail, because typically you would see Miku in like an art style like a Sanrio character, so it was very simplistic, almost looked like a plushie, but here they're actually like giving her strand detail and actually sculpting a little bit more, and her eyes are so like sparkly. I really like the design of her face and hair here. The rest of it, typical standard Miku, maybe a little too basic in some regards, but I think the head sculpt more than makes up for it. Great. Honestly, looks great. Here is the pop-up parade of Joker, large size. Definitely looks like him. Wonder if you could take off the mask as a big-ass acrylic stand, keeping him up. Kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Is it better that they put it in the back, or should they have put it in the front and made it smaller? You decide. I think the back makes more sense, though. Here is Magia Bizer, the naked apron version. She's got the stars as pasties. And that is a very tiny apron. Has a cute heart cutout though, making a suggestive face that feels very in character. No Pantsu on this one. I don't think they have ever made a +18 pop-up parade, so it must be censored in some regard. They're probably just blocking it with the clothing that remains. Here is a Beach Queen of Beta from the Eminence in Shadow. Nice body sculpt on this one. Am I wrong, or has every pop-up parade so far been a large size? I mean, I prefer them as large size pop-ups, but I don't know, kind of weird. I feel like usually they balance it a little bit better. Here is Murasame from Senkoi Manaba. I don't know anything about her. That's Taya, holy crap. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! Taya figure, large size pop-up parade. In the outfit from the movie, which, you know, was pretty good, gotta admit, was not expecting that. Might have to pick that up, the OG waifu. We have 02 as a large-size pop-up parade, wearing her school uniform, enjoying a lollipop. Pretty decent face, but not really speaking to me. We have Guts, Berserker Sane. This is a very familiar pose. It's reminding me I have unfinished business to attend to. And I'm assuming, yeah, Griffith is also getting a pose that looks like something that I should have unboxed a very long time ago. Hey, at the very least, these aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg. It is a little weird that they would make the capes cloth. Like, the whole point of these poses is that their faces were on them. But they're not even going for that idea. Just the poses from that very iconic art that I absolutely love, but you know, these are $70, so it makes sense they're not gonna go crazy with the artistic vision. We have Megumi as a Beach Queen. Considering how Aqua looked, can't say I'm super excited about this one. Good posing though, at the very least. We have a Beach Queen of Asuka, and I'm assuming Rei also got one. This is a one-piece swimsuit, and I think Asuka had the bikini. A Beach Queen of Akane is in the works, another large size, as well as Yukino, another large size pop-up parade with sand on the bum. Maybe that's the posing. Who could say? We have a Figma of Berserker Morrigan. My voice is going, so I'm about to wrap this up. We have Veronica Sweetheart, the swimsuit version Figma. There is Albedo getting a Figma. That is probably going to cost a lot of money because of those wings, but honestly, I'm kind of surprised she didn't already have a Figma already. We got Ruka. I'm not familiar with this character, but she looks cool. I like this design a lot. Okayu is getting a Figma. I totally forgot that all the gamers girls from Hololive were getting some Figma. Korone, I don't think, is in this gallery. I have been watching Okayu a little bit lately just because she's been playing the Mega Man X series. It's been pretty entertaining. Here is Bridget, of course, getting a Figma. I know a lot of people are pretty tired of this at this point. I don't think any other Guilty Gear character has a Figma yet, so if they were going to start with any, it does make sense that it would be Bridget. So, cool. You know? Ghost of Yotei's Atsu. I guess that's the main protagonist. I don't got a PS5. I don't really care that I don't have one. There's like 2 games to get on it. So I'll play that maybe one day. We have Little Armory's Mio getting a Figma version 1.5. Okay. Enna is also getting one in the line. Osu, Bancho, Kongo getting a Figma. That guy looks fucking awesome. Also vaguely familiar. And not just because he kind of looks like Jotaro. I feel like I know this guy, but I definitely have not seen or read this before. But cool. I think that one's pretty cool. Silent Hill F, Hinako, the main protagonist, is getting a Figma. Okay. Showing a lot of love to Silent Hill today. We're getting this chibi figure, very cute actually, of Ame from Needy Streamer Overload. I think I saw the equivalent for K-Angel already up for pre-order, so it's nice that they're making both. Sometimes they forget with Ame, but they didn't this time. And I guess we're at the end now. Huggy Good Smile Sparksy, Hug Doll, okay. Motor Red Cyborg Runner, SSX 155, Pop Tracker. I don't know specifically what type of figure this is, but it's certainly posable in some regard, right? She got the joints, and then I think the rest are just model kits. You got MASH, you got the Dark Emperor Satan, okay, as a sexy girl. We have Sailor Outfit Cosplay Girl Moiko, all right, as well as Yaruno. Cute, not done yet. Kofu aliens. These guys are actually pretty cool. Comes in 3 colors. And then, hey, a familiar face, MX-chan. Glad they haven't forgotten this girl, because she was supposed to be a mascot, I guess? But then we only really got that one figure. But yeah, I guess that's it. We made it through the gallery. I feel like this took me a while. It was only 166 this time around as far as, you know, quantity is concerned. Sometimes I attach other figures to these videos for, like, you know, the sake of just putting better stuff in the thumbnail or whatever, or if I feel like we didn't get enough good stuff. But I feel like we actually did this time. I mean, I'll know for sure when I actually edit this, but yeah, if it wasn't long enough, I'll tack on some more. Either way, that's gonna do it for Wonhobby. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Definitely liked a lot of this stuff. Nothing that I feel like I must add to the collection, but nice to see regardless. We'll see how they all turn out. We'll see the prices, of course, in the future. And remember that we're gonna be doing another video in a couple of days going over OneFest. Should be wild. There is a lot being shown at OneFest right now. I don't even really know. I've seen a couple of things as I was taking breaks during this recording a little bit, just to like catch my breath and drink some water. But yeah, that'll be fun. If not, just as like tiring to record because it's gonna be a marathon. But either way, thanks for watching. Really appreciate ya. And I'll catch you in the next one, whenever that is. And until then, take care. Peace.